Across various federal ministries, agencies and parastatals comes fresh developments, occurrences and happenings on Ministry News. The federal government on Wednesday approved 54.82 billion naira for various projects in the Ministries of Works and Humanitarian and Social Development. This is as it approved a refund totaling 9.18 billion naira to Kebbi and Taraba states for federal road projects executed by their governments during the Jonathan administration. The Ministers of Works and Humanitarian disclosed this to State House correspondents shortly after Wednesday's Federal Executive Council meeting chaired by President Muhammadu Buhari at the Aso Villa, Abuja.
All these roles are being taken into consideration and selected in conjunction with the state governments and other critical stakeholders to stimulate economic activities, enhance security, and facilitate the freer movement of goods and people in these affected states within the zone.
Council also approved that the road under construction by Taraba State, for which this reimbursement is being made, that contract by the state government should now be terminated. That is a section between Bali and Seti.
The Minister of Interior, Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola, was awarded the Minister of the Year award at the 10th edition of the Democracy Heroes Award Africa, which held at the Congress Hall, Transcorp Hilton Hotel, Abuja on the 18th of August 2022 with the theme Sustaining Democracy Through Peaceful Electioneering. The minister, in his speech, expressed his gratitude for the award, assuring Nigerians in general that despite the current challenges in the country, Nigeria will surely overcome as a people and as a nation.
I must therefore thank the organizer for the kind invitation to this event, Democracy Heroes Award, and for the honor of the award of the Best Minister of the Year 2022 bestowed on me. At my age, and the goodness of the good Lord I've been privileged to enjoy, I do not believe an award will add more to me or subtract from my worth. Or without an award, I was a two-time commissioner in Lagos and a two-time governor in Osun. I've received, and quite unsolicited, a surfeit of awards, all celebrating the excellence of God in me. And I'm now a minister. So we are talking of executive position. The only position left for me to occupy, you can guess. You can guess. So it does not matter to me whether I'm given an award or I'm not. It does not take away from me if I'm not given an award. But that does not mean that I not appreciate this award. I'm just telling you that we must be careful how we celebrate this award on me, because I've had it all. Our nation is going through challenges, especially on security, and that was the issue I was discussing with Lolo just there. These challenges are temporary, I must add, and they do not define us. Don't let us box ourselves to a corner assuming that the challenges we are going through today are definitive and they are the ones who really qualify us as a people. No, they cannot. We are defined by the greatness of the Nigerian people, their resilience, their capacity to survive in spite of these challenges. I am not talking of you and I. We might not be able to survive the trauma that the Nigerian people in their ordinariness go through every day. So my salute is to those people who out there suffer the real effects of the challenges we face. We are defined by the greatness of the Nigerian people in their strength, ingenuity, and resilience, as exemplified by the quality of the recipients of today's awards. We shall overcome all the challenges. A time is coming, and very, very soon, quote me, when we shall look at this period in retrospect and give thanks to the Most High for the stormy waters we have waded through and the triumphs we have recorded over the challenges that look so huge and gargantuan today. So, starting from here, the assurance I'm giving to Nigerians is that whatever it is that we are passing through today are temporary.
The federal government, through the Ministry of Works, has said that the second Niger Bridge project is now at 98% completion stage. The Director, Planning and Research, Federal Ministry of Works and Housing, Jide Ode Martins, stated this in Kano during the opening ceremony of the National Council of Works meeting on Monday. The meeting, which is themed Infrastructure Season of Completion, brought together all infrastructure stakeholders from the 36 states of the Federation and Abuja. The Minister of Defense, Major General Bashiru Salihi Magashi, retired, has demanded quick action towards implementing bilateral military agreements between Nigeria and India. The minister stated this during a courtesy call on him by the Indian Minister of State for External Affairs and Parliamentary Affairs, Shriv Nura Lead Aram, at the Ministry of Defense headquarters in Abuja. General Magashi said, moving forward, time is of essence towards achieving the desired end, which is improved collaboration to support the armed forces of Nigeria in the area of equipment in aid of the current fight against banditry, terrorism and piracy in the nation's territorial waters. On his part, the Indian Minister of State for External Affairs thanked the Defense Minister for oiling the wheel of progress of the age-long military bilateral partnership between the two countries since 1958, 2 years before Nigeria got our independence. And still from the Ministry of Defense, the governments of Nigeria and Iran have commenced mapping out the modalities to increase military diplomatic ties to ensure that the Nigerian armed forces and the Iranian armed forces partner on mutual benefits. The agreement was the outcome of a meeting with the Iranian ambassador Mohammed Alibak on Wednesday at the Defense Headquarters by the Minister of Defense, retired Major General Bashir Magashi. The minister noted that while Nigeria was taking note of genuine allies and their support as the country battles multiple threats to its territorial integrity, the proposals for improved military ties between Nigeria and Iran must be mutually beneficial. The Iranian envoy, who thanked the minister for providing strategic direction to the partnership, promised to key into the new plans that will attract a win-win situation for both countries. The Minister of Health, Dr. Osagi Ehanire, has decried the high dependence on importation of health goods in the African region, positing that there is need to increase the manufacturing capacity in Africa. Dr. Ehanire said these are the ongoing 72nd session of the World Health Organization Regional Committee for Africa taking place in Lomé, Togo. He noted that Nigeria was working hard to strengthen public health security for better preparedness for future challenges and improved routine health care towards achieving universal health coverage. Still from the Ministry of Health, as Nigeria commemorates 3 years of wild poliovirus-free status, the Minister of Health, Dr. Osage Ehanire, has identified the impact of COVID-19 and insecurity in some parts of the country as fueling the re-emerging variants of the polio viruses. The minister, who stated this Thursday at the 3rd-year anniversary of wild polioviruses eradication in Nigeria, held in Abuja, said the variants are remnants in the environment as a result of suboptimal environmental sanitation. He, however, said that the ministry has directed and guided the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency to mount the needed response to deal with these viruses within an integrated framework in order to address other public health challenges, including the ongoing COVID-19 vaccination in the country. The Minister of Transportation, Alhaji Muazu Sambo, has disclosed that the Lekki Seaport project will create 112,000 jobs for Nigerians upon its completion, since it has the capacity to berth the largest ships in the world. This was made known by the minister in a chat with journalists in Jalingo. The minister also noted that the port, which was second in Nigeria after Onne Deep Sea Port, has the potential to garner more revenues for the country, pointing out that the project would impact positively on the nation's economy. The Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Professor Isa Ali Pantami, has inaugurated 44 members of the governing boards of the National Identity Management Commission, NIMSI, Nigerian Postal Service, NIPOST, and the National Information Technology Development Agency, NITDA. The minister, who spoke during the inauguration ceremony in Abuja, urged the board members to drive the implementation of digital economy policies. According to the minister, the responsibilities of the newly inaugurated governing board members were to oversight and oversee the activities of the parastatals.
More than 90% of the board members have been reappointed. This reappointment came about as a result of our recommendation, because most of you have displayed maturity in the way and manner they interact with the parastatals.
The federal government has moved to enforce Nigeria's expatriate quota policy with the inauguration of an expanded task force on expatriate quota administration in order to achieve effective and efficient service delivery. The action by the government followed abuses and gross violations of the policy by foreigners and some organizers in the country. The Minister of Interior, Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola, condemned this practice at the re-inauguration of the task force to check these abuses. He said that the expatriate quota policy provides an effective means for documenting foreigners' presence, their activities, and ensuring their protection as well. The Minister of Power, Mr. Abubakar Aliyu, will next month in Lagos host representatives of the United Nations European Union Economic Community of West African States, as well as other policy makers, local and international operators, and investors to dialogue and prefer solutions to the myriad of problems bedeviling the Nigerian electricity supply industry. The dignitaries and sector stakeholders will be gathering for the 9th edition of Nigeria Energy Conference 2022 with the theme Affordable, Reliable and Sustainable Energy through Collaboration, organized by Dubai-based company Informa Markets. The 3-day event will be held in Lagos from the 20th of September to the 22nd, 2022, with over 3,000 attendees and over 100 exhibitors from 21 countries. The Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, Dr. Adeleke Mamora, said that the ministry will collaborate with Academy of Medicine specialists in the area of medical science technology with some relevant agencies. The minister said this when the Academy of Medicine Specialties of Nigeria paid him a courtesy visit recently in his office in Abuja. He explained that the whole essence of STI is to acquire knowledge through research, challenging the various stakeholders to key into Nigeria's STI development projects. The Minister of Police Affairs, Dr. Mohammed Meigari Dingyari, has reiterated the resolve of the federal government to deal with criminals with the language they understand within the legal framework, as security agencies have made a lot of progress in suppressing their activities in the last 1 month. The minister made this known during the visit of the Canadian High Commission to Nigeria, led by High Commissioner James Christophe, to the Ministries headquarters in Abuja. He said the government will continue to solicit support and understanding of countries like Canada to figure out how both countries can work together to assist in fighting criminalities and cooperate in the areas of exchange of intelligence and information that will go a long way to curb the activities of criminals. On his part, the Canadian High Commissioner commended the efforts of the ministry in the improvement of accountability and transparency, which is very important in policing the country. The federal government has set up a 12-man committee to work towards the successful production and second launch of the Sports Book of Record with a view to documenting athletes' achievements for posterity. The Minister of Youth and Sports Development, Mr. Sunday Dari, while inaugurating the committee recently in his office in Abuja, called on them to work assiduously towards ensuring the production and launch of a one-stop shop document for the country's sportsmen and women, as well as their achievements, both past and present, to ensure that the sacrifices and patriotic zeal of the athletes are written in gold and documented accordingly. And finally, on Ministry News, the Federal Capital Territory Administration, in collaboration with the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture, has reaffirmed its commitment to completing the multi-billion naira Millennium Tower in the nation's capital. The FCT Minister, Malam Mohammed Bello, who made this known through his permanent secretary when the Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, led members of the Nigeria-India Business Council on a tour of projects, said the tower was both a tourism hub of the city and the nation in general, as well as boosting the revenue profile of the FCT. The minister equally noted that the government was resolved to market the tower to various investors in order to ensure its completion.
This is supposed to be like a tourism hub for the city. In an edifice where you are going to have 5-star hotel, an auditorium with a capacity of 1,200. On lease, these are going to draw a lot of revenue for the FCT.